I'll say that I am so excited to watch speedruns of this game. Currently, one of my friends is grinding full game speedruns, and he's at 1 hour and 51 minutes for a full game speedrun. And just some of the stuff he's showing is so insane that I'm like, this is going to be the best GDQ thing to watch. I'm excited.
Sonic, over here! This poor mother says she's lost her children. Can you lead them back here, please?
Sure thing.
See, look at this. Actual personality, well-written, consistent personality, good animation. You can do it, guys. It's possible. Sorry, what was that about avoiding the family bombs?
Yeah, you know.
Okay, alright. I fucking love the minigame music. Stop dropping bombs on me, I'm trying to help you!
I like how, for no reason, they have bombs. It's the most just video game thing. It's like, yeah, of course they drop bombs. Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, Frontiers is like intentionally trying to go for a more somber sort of atmosphere and whatnot, but there's still like wacky Sega stuff in its heart, so don't be too afraid of it being overly serious.
As demonstrated when we get this animation.
Cancelled, thank you.
In case you need a reminder that Sonic is indeed still Sonic.
Where's my tiny rock child? Is it you? Mama! I have found you, my child. You have no pupils. They will grow into you. So adorable.
I never want to leave you for as long as we live.
Oh, Tanner. You're incorrigible, knowing facts and talking about them ahead of time.
Sonic Zap.
They're fucking dead. Squid in the background, fuck off.
Okay. We'll keep looking.
And Sonic's like, Amy, maybe, are we going to talk about that? No. Just repress it, Sonic.
They act like none of that happened.
Oh, okay, here you go. Actual good script writing.
No, but I got a sense of completion, comfort.
Huh.
Weird. Now let's keep moving.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about this kind of thing, Amy. Can we just go, like, you know, bing bing wahoo? So I will say one thing of discourse that I picked up, and I don't know why. I didn't go looking for it. People think Amy was, like, glad that those things seemingly passed away, when she very clearly says she sensed their comfort and completion or whatever.
At that point, I feel like people are just ignoring the words that are actually being said.
The Japanese script, it says this. Ignoring that this is one of the few Sonic games where the English script is the original one.
Yeah, I've heard less than stellar things about the Japanese script, actually. There he is, that motherfucker. Come to me, Squid. I'll cut him off at the Mystic Ruins. Ah, Squid!
I never actually got to see that pop up there because when I played, I just jumped right onto his path, so I never got to see that. But man, the clips of his face just popping up are so good.
Don't forget, the bumpers are your quick step. And he can be actually kind of nasty to newcomers, especially if you're not, like, ready for him.
Especially because you're juggling two things here. You need to keep a decent pace so you can catch up to him. But obviously, the closer you are to him, the more likely those attacks are to actually hit you. Now, what I usually do here is try to get behind him and then wail on him with the boost. Because you are missing rings here and you don't want to be in arm's wide.
He dead.
He's down. We'll just run in place, it's fine.
Where'd my thing go?
Think it went somewhere around here, right?
I have seen one clip where the thing fell off a cliff. It was so funny. It's okay. I've already got extra from fighting a Sora and like curing his bunions, so I think I'm gonna be okay.
Please get some rings, you're making me nervous.
Oh, shush. What I want is power. Give them to me. Feed me your seeds, Sonic.
Please reword that. In any other way.
Feed me your blue and red seeds specifically, and allow me to go back to sleep, because that was a lot of seed I took on just there.
Please see a doctor if your seed is red.
Hands up who didn't know how to activate this right away, because they missed these fuckers in the background.
I never even did this. This is just new for me.
Ah. Oh, no! Why would you do such a thing to me, Rails? I trusted you, all throughout Sonic's tenure, his history, his magnificent opus of a series. Yeah, whatever. It loads quickly, so who really gives a shit if you die or not? There's no lives, so... Okay, that is actually not what I want, so, whatever, we'll ride it and see where we go. Yeah. A few more things to pay off, Big. Mr. Big. Oh, I need, more keys to get in there. Oh no, that's one of 4 that I haven't got. Understandable.
I think that's 1-7. That's the one that's very easy to miss in this first island.
Well, we try again.
Yep, we try the complex jump or we die.
There you go.
Please stop jumping now.
I had several heart attacks. What are you doing here? I guess I can feed you hearts as well. But I skip.
How are you able to return from cyberspace so freely?
Because I'm built different.
Guess I'm just that awesome. Yeah. Although, I bet you'd have...
Although, when you've seen the horrors that I've seen online, you'll be able to escape anything by running fast enough.
Besides, your survival may be a fluke. You cannot cheat fate.
Now, I will say this character here, whose name will be revealed to us in a little bit,
I'll keep doing it.
does often say the same thing during these side story conversations, so get used to, no, I will not share data with you, beep boop, I am an AI.
Stop me. Count on it.
My pro tag. I love him so much. Alright, 1-7, let's have a look.
I did that the first time too, don't worry.
That's not the Denny's Grand Slam.
It's the City Escape one.
Hell yeah.
See, now I'm actually really angry because I don't think I did this one, and me missing City Escape makes me really mad, and also, that explains why you see those helicopters and stuff in the levels later on, and I'm like, where did those come from?
I feel like this one works quite well, probably mainly because it is part of the new aesthetic. Like, it's not just plastered into Green Hill or some shit. That this feels like it captures the spirit of City Escape without feeling like an explicit repeat.
Oh, Have we talked about the music yet? Because Otani has created one banger of a soundtrack.
Oh, it is fucking good.
The cool thing is, it's not just Otani, but it's Otani, and he brought in a bunch of people who've all worked on music rhythm games.
Nice.
And so, yeah, if you're gonna get someone to do music, get the people who do the sickest, fattest beats from Japanese arcade games.
That was not the smoothest run of that level I've ever had, but I'm very happy with that because that's one of my favourites musically and level design-wise.
It's always satisfying.
Although I don't think we're going to be getting the rest of the emeralds from vaults anymore, because you get a few of them in vaults, and some of them come from either just interacting with your given partner character on like each island, as it were. I'm free!
I am so glad it gave us a spring back so we didn't have that debacle all over again.
Right, I think there was a little racing thing around here, yeah.
I think out of every challenge, these are my favorites, because you really get to try out a lot of your speed tech, including once you discover how to do the drop dash in the open world, oh boy, is that then my favorite technique to use.
I will demonstrate it after we're done here. More coins for the big god. There it is. I'm undecided as to whether I'll fill out the map and whatnot, because there is a lot of stuff to do here. I actually, I believe I broke 20 hours on my 100% file.
It is easy to do, yeah. If there's one thing that I feel I would personally prefer, and I'm not sure how other people will feel about this, is I kind of wish that on top of having the challenges open up the map, I kind of wish you could just map it out just by running.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is that sometimes it feels like you go off the beaten path because you're exploring, you just maybe see something that looks interesting and go from there. You see something that you know you'll need to come back for. Because it hasn't mapped out, it's very easy to lose your bearings in that respect, unless you explicitly put a marker down, but you can only have one marker going at once. I kind of feel like it might change the dynamic a little bit of exploring it, but it might also encourage you to, like, just revisit areas you've been a lot quicker.
I understand where you're coming from. Sonic is a game all about running, and, you know, well, Sonic Frontiers is a game all about running across these new frontiers and whatnot, and it would make sense to map out stuff as you run. But at the same time, you could just unlock the map by just running across without actually doing anything, so it would be even more mindless than doing these kind of like mindless puzzles. Will you fuck off? I'm not fighting you again.
Come on, there's another squid there.
No. So, basically what I'm saying is, I understand why they went with the kind of shrine-esque mini-puzzle thing. Again, nothing to do with Breath of the Wild, just saying. But I see, your thing has value. Maybe they could incorporate that into the next one of these that they do, because they have double and triple down on the open zone formula being the future of 3D Sonic.
For me, the bigger problem is you'll do a puzzle and then the map will fill in and it won't be on the square that you're on. It feels completely random, the squares that you get filled out. If it was literally like you did it and then it like went out in a square around you, I would want to do them way more to fill it out instead of just like, oh yeah, here's some random squares added to the map.
Ah, well, actually, if you highlight one of the question mark things, it will show you which squares will get filled in.
Oh, I didn't know that.
What's wrong with you? Sonic would never endanger anyone.
How could you even say that he doesn't know the thing about the map?
Their one true love.
Your sassiness is noted and then ignored.
An emotional status too vague and varied in its definition. You are both too ignorant to be helped.
Also, you're color-coded to your gender. Kind of 90s, don't you think?
What was that girl?
Aside from being a pain, no clue.
Still no name. Let's just call her Pain from now on.
Oh, that's a good name. I like it.
Talk to Amy. We've talked to Amy before, but I guess we can talk to Amy again because there's like no other missions to do right now. Hello.
Hide the women.
Oh, shut up.
Jesus Christ. Well, do your big attack. There we go.
Fucking own, mate.
He didn't stand a chance.
I almost wish these guys had way more HP, because they are probably the most fun to fight, because they are just the most, like, character action game enemy, and so you can just go to town on them. I'm sure, Tom, you saw my clip of me just going to town on the strongest of the ninja robots.
Yeah, that was pretty cathartic to watch, I gotta say. Thank you. Another one of these. I'm not done with cyberspace yet. I'm going to play as many as possible.
Might as well, they're only short, and because it is the boost format, I feel like it's a good way of spacing out the different gameplay styles, because the problem that I've mentioned already is that sometimes just running around doing the challenges does get a little bit repetitive.
Yeah.
So just having something to like be a breath of fresh air is appreciated. If they do continue this open zone as they've been saying they will, I hope that even if it's not explicitly this, that there are still some like little side sections like this just to break it up in the same sort of vein.
For sure. But I feel like they could make it more Sonic focused or thematic. Oh god, a 2D cyberspace stage. You know how I was being all nice and whatnot towards the the City Escape one? Well, this is kind of where the praise ends, because I mentioned Sonic feeling like he's moving through molasses. This is very true in the 2D sections more than anything.
This is where it becomes apparent, yeah.
The only praise I'll give this, and for the 2D, because yeah, I think cyberspace is the weakest part of the game, and 2D cyberspace is even weaker than that. The only praise I'll really give is I do appreciate how Sonic has like his little kind of Sonic Colors double jump. I like that. And the fact that if you use the boost in the air, it almost acts like a third jump, where it gives you a lot more vertical momentum than you would think. So you can kind of do some crazy platforming stuff with 3 jumps, instead of just being like, you know, a one jump normal Sonic game thing. I kind of appreciate that because it makes some of the tricks you can do a bit of fun, but other than that, yeah, I think the 2D cyberspace stages are kind of insufferable.
Yeah, I do have seen the like actual good runs of this have been using the air dash a lot more than I ever saw in like Generations or whatnot. That is something that seems to have carried over from Forces, because like that was one of the things that when I first played Forces I thought like, okay, this is a bit of a weird quirk, I'm not used to this, but okay. And I guess that is something that absolutely was intentional since they're carrying it over here.
Thank you.
You want that, don't you?
Oh, I wanted this something first. Not my best run, but I got all the red rings, so that's fun.
Sometimes you gotta pick once you're a little way in, am I going for a fast run or a rings run?
And that time, dear viewers, it was a rings run. We're done.
That poor red diamond.
Yeah, I guess we got a bevy of options right now. We can do a side story, we can continue the main story, hunt out some more cyberspace stages.
Spend another hour with Big. We can do what we want. That was a semi-serious suggestion, but feel free to ignore me.
You know, that's kind of my default stage, honestly, Flame.
Took me a minute to realise what was happening with them platforms, and the fact that it sort of it throws you through it a little bit when you're homing attacking.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of strange, because the first one it very clearly lifted up, but the second and third, for some reason, wasn't quite as apparent that was happening.
Interesting.
Now they're slightly above the camera there, but there is a homing attack enemy chain that you got to go through for that part.
I see it. Amazing.
You got 1 heart for that.
That's about what I deserved. Just 1 heart. How the fuck do I get up here?
I wasted about the same amount of time doing this, and that's why when I learned that there's the homing attack chain on the other side.
Son of a bitch. Oh, hey.
You made it! Fuck, cool.
That works.
Absolutely intended. Look, Amy. I got a gear. That's very good, Sonic. I've seen about 6 of them at this point.
You hanging in there, Amy? Is your condition, well, I don't know, uncomfortable?
It's certainly unsettling, but it makes a big difference being able to at least talk to you. Before you freed me, I couldn't see or hear anything clearly. It was like looking into a kaleidoscope that was always shifting. I couldn't tell if I was coming, going, or moving at all. I'd have gone crazy if you hadn't gotten me out.
She's like, Sonic, have you ever taken too many gummy bear vitamins at once? And he's like, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I'm a kid of the 90s, of course I know. Back to normal, implying she's not currently normal. Ooh, bit problematic, Sonic. I'm sorry, it's 6:15 in the morning and I'm a little bit manic.
I do have to wonder what the Sonic for Real Justice Tumblr would say about this game if they were still around.
Sorry, what?
Please fill me in.
Okay, there was a Tumblr blog of about like 9 people role-playing the characters SJW Sonic, SJW Tails, SJW Silver, and they would get into arguments about the different games and stuff, and I have a video to send you after because it is a wild ride.
I'm not sure I like any of this.
It's so funny because there's all this drama, and it's like, oh my god, I love Tumblr drama.
I guess someone has to.
It's one of my favourite forms of drama. There are others, but it's up there.
God knows you're a connoisseur, Flame.
Look, I like watching people have dumb slap fights on the internet. It's good popcorn material.
Don't you get enough of that within the HFC?
You haven't had any dumb infighting for years now. Get it together, Tom.
You're fucking starved. You're like a vampire without blood. Alright, we'll go talk to Amy.
But Squid's right there.
Squid can fuck himself.
Actually, he doesn't have hands. I don't think he can.
That's what the tentacles are for.
No. No, they're more like flippers, really.
They are kind of.
Well, now we've opened Pandora's box, we can't close it again.
Something wrong?
Hush, Sonic.
They say
She
that
speaks to me.
Amore was
Amore?
stationed on the far
Really?
side of the field. This
Alright,
is the
Amy.
field.
I'm not gonna judge you.
I'm not seeing
Hey,
a
she's
lot of
picking up
farming
Italian
going
on this side. She wants to practice.
Wouldn't that be Spigonian?
Maybe, if you use
Maybe,
that
I don't know.
Italian
It's like
of yours,
Pokemon where
you
there's
can
both
clean up all
France
this
and
black brush.
Kalos. It doesn't make sense.
Okay, now this minigame actually took me a couple of tries because it talks about like luring the bees towards the flowers and making them bloom. So I focused so much on that and forgot that, oh, I just have to cut the weeds.
And it says to use a quick Psyloop. You don't get that till much later. That's a different ability altogether.
Yeah, I still don't get this one, exactly what it's asking of you.
You just have to cut the weeds, mate.
And none of this other shit matters.
Well, you can, you know, loop the thing to get the bees going and whatnot, should you wish.
Okay, because I was doing what I thought you were meant to do, of cycle round them and kind of catch the things in it, and it felt like it started off giving me good points, bonuses for that, and then it didn't, and I wasn't sure what was going on.
Ow. Ow. I want to point it out that these bees are flying into me, not the other way around. Oh, I'm so close.
You just want to focus on those big patches where there's still a lot of grass on the ground.
Oh, come on, a little bit more.
Come on, don't be fussy. There you go.
There you go.
Good enough.
I like how we made like one okay spot in the center, but left so much everywhere else.
There's so much. It's like a jungle at the start. Oh, thank you. I guess they're paying Chaos Emeralds here. Yeah, I did a mediocre job. Thank you.
You know, if there was an emerald that I would expect to find in the grass, it would be the Baja Blast one.
All this used to be farmland.
I'm not calling it that for the rest of the game.
They make it sound like it was abundant.
That's what it looks like.
I mean, it's grassy.
Yup, but I've seen this kind of recovery in areas Dr. Eggman damaged.
I'm not used to deep aiming. It's a little bit unnerving.
It's barely begun to
Yeah, I
recover.
kind of get that, but at the same time, it's again doing something that I think's done really well with all the characters here, in that it shows a bit more of a vulnerable side to them, but it does that well in a way that doesn't undermine them being heroes either. It's just like the spot-on, perfect balance for their characterization, I feel.
Evaluating
Okay.
all safe options.
Keep up the good work, Sage.
Hey, there we go, Sage.
Doctor.
Not sure if she was named for the fan game thing, Sage, but it's fun to think about.
I am extending the
They
range of my
acknowledge
skills
fan
so
stuff
that I
more
can
than a
still
lot of other
continue to
developers
pursue
do.
Ancient's relics.
It's nice to think about, but it has absolutely ruined the ability to Google Sonic Sage, you know, expecting fan games. Now you get fan art that puts you on a list.
There is no scenario to safely remove you from cyberspace.
Unacceptable. Keep looking. Make it your #1 priority.
But keeping you safe is my priority.
Aww. You must talk to Amy. I guess she just fucked off over there for a little bit. What's closest on the map? What do we got here? Oh, there is a optional Amy. Let's go talk to her there.
Right after that, right just to the side of it, is also the other Elder Coco, who can exchange our Cocos for us, because we should have a number of them now.
Where is that Amy? She should be around here.
He just eluded us somehow.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. I think I got stuck on that one before when I was playing, so maybe I'm just stupid.
I think maybe it's on a platform high up.
Yes, that's probably...
Possibly.
Yeah. Yay! I'm having fun. I watched my comrades die.
I can't wait to leave this mortal coil.
Maybe we should just let them wrap it up on their own.
We have to see this through.
We still haven't found Tails. We've been wrangling children and taking detours the whole way.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Are you telling me you would leave behind someone in need?
No, but I'm also worried about you. You can't help anyone if you're stuck in limbo.
So although Amy comes in still a little bit heavy in this cutscene, I feel like this very much sums up the difference
Then hurry
in
up
the
and
writing
save me
styles
too,
now.
So we can find Tails.
It's a very natural kind of conflict for these characters
Sounds
to
simple
have,
Yeah.
which you can easily compare to the meta writing when Sonic and Tails had their bit of beef in Lost World, which it feels like they were trying to go for a similar kind of thing of like the heroes having a bit of contention, but it felt so much more contrived there. Also, them puzzles are kind of stupid.
Well, that one specifically was getting you ready for the quick step, and Squid was in my periphery, so it all comes together. It's like poetry, it rhymes.
Although by this time I feel like a lot of people would have encountered Squid at least once.
See, now you got me thinking about what George Lucas's opinion on Sonic Frontiers would be.
I'm sure in 20 revisions time he'd love it.
Yeah, I'm sure he would. Bouncy, bouncy. Oh.
Oh boy, this is the scene that made me go, oh my god, they kept the best secret for last.
They were very stum on the story, like pre-release, and thank God. Chaos!
Don't. It's too dangerous.
Heard that line in one of the very first trailers for Frontiers. Chaos, plural?
I think I remember reading a leak that said, oh yeah, it's gonna be about the planet of the Chaos aliens, and I'm like, there's no way. There's no way they're ever gonna do that. That's Sonic fanfiction stuff, and when I saw them here, I'm like, oh, let's go!
Oh god. You mentioned fanfic, and whatever passes for God in this world just genocided everything. Jesus.
See, I took it as Nier Automata, like, you know, when they put their black boxes together, they blow up, except instead it was the little cocos in their heart.
Well, I guess they managed to do what they needed to in the end. They were reunited.
They were reunited. Right before the end.
They're together now. You take a minute. I'm gonna keep moving.
Still unsure as to what the whole Zap sigil that appears in the sky is. And it's not really spoilers to say this, but it's never explained. So I would assume, because I have to assume, that it's just the afterlife of where these Coco go, because they are essentially soul golems, you know. I guess we'll get a bigger explanation of that later on, but that's my initial analysis of the whole thing.
It feels like it's leaving something open to be dug into later.
I kind of appreciate it being a bit open because, you know, you don't really have many times with Sonic as of recent where you can actually, like, speculate on what does it mean. Usually everything is just explicitly told to you in such a way that there's no room for doubt. But here it's like, oh, like, we could actually talk about what does it mean. There's, dare I say, depth to the story.
Oh, man. Yeah, there's those power upgrades paying dividends already. Anyway, so you may have noticed a cut there. We are running towards this guy, but we are not paying him any heed because I want to do this tower thing. Because honestly, after we do this, I think we're going to the boss.
I think there's another cyberspace thing around here as well.
We can look on the map to see if there's any we missed.
See, that might seem like the kind of thing that will waste too much of your time here, but they are very generous with the timers in these sections.
Even on hard mode, where I feel like some of the timers got shortened a bit, any of the ones where you need to run to a location, if you're on high speed mode, which we picked at the beginning of the game there, you're gonna do fine, because, yeah, they're expected to be the same time as if you're in action mode, which I don't know a single person who picked that option, but hey, it's there.
It sure is.
That kind of feels like the Forces thing, where, you know, there's a difficulty option, except there is absolutely no reason to ever not pick hard.
Well, whatevs. Enjoy the hearts.
Yo, don't you think that Titan was kinda overkill?
I have yet to give it guns. Don't start backsassing to me, Hedgehog.
To its might.
Maybe as I am, but I'm willing to bet I could handle it as supersonic. All I need are the Chaos Emeralds.
Doubtful. In any scenario, the end results will not change.
We need to be Star Sonic from Fallen Star. That's the real ticket.
You've lost the battle before it has even begun.
Like I said, a lot of this is just know you. Oh hey, I can see the fella over there.
Ah, me fucking ankles.
Ah, Jesus. Alright, let's go talk to Amy. Hey, it's me again.
No, Asura wants to chat first. Fuck
No,
you.
no.
Please talk to me, Sonic. I'm so much thicker than Amy.
Yeah, maybe. Go speed, Keed.
I don't think you showed off the drop dash.
Oh yeah.
Yay, now we have one more drop dash in our whole Mania OP.
Yay. No, I find it to be superfluous, alright.
You can do some really fucking cool shit with it in Mania.
Ah, well. Alas. Okay, here's the dude that can upgrade your top speed and maximum ring capacity. I'm going to tell you right now, put it all into speed.
Yeah.
There's really not many reasons why you ever would need to worry about the rings. Like, it gives you a cap of 400 to start with, and that's more than enough most of the time.
It's strange. It's almost a double-edged sword, too. I'll say in hard mode, it actually does make sense to get more of your rings because you lose like 420 of them, haha funny, when you get hit. So if you get above that, that means you can actually tank a hit if you're at maximum, which is nice. But that's the thing, we haven't shown it off yet, but if you get to maximum rings, you actually get something special. So by getting your ring count maxed out higher, it's not good, because it means it takes harder to get to the super cool mode that you get for being at max rings.
I hope you guys like pressing A and waiting once at a time.
I don't, but I'm going to do it.
I'm 100% certain that if this is not fixed in that first patch, it will be fixed in a future patch. This is one of the few, like, everyone says this has to change things. That, and I honestly feel New Game Plus are going to be in a patch coming up.
New Game Plus would be cool for something like this.
Okay, so those two we've done. Maybe it would be best if we like open up the map a little bit.
See what else we can get.
Thank you, Clipping Bird.
The thing I really like about using the drop dash in this game, and why I will tell people to use it all the time, is because its speed cap is way higher than your boost. So if you're going down like a mountain or something with it, you can get so much more speed. And I actually ended up having like a Sonic CD opening moment where I'm like going down the mountain and going crazy, and it was so good.
Oh, Sonic Boom! Sonic Boom! Trouble keeps you running faster. Sonic Boom, etc.
Just running sideways for a little bit there, it's fine.
More hearts for you. Love me already!
Are you trying to figure out the mysteries about these ruins too? It's kind of spooky everyone seems to be gone, huh?
The technology of the ancients exceeds your modern understanding. Unwelcome pests like you will be swiftly eliminated.
Wow,
Okay,
rude.
I'm trying to be civil here, but are you saying the lost
Some of the line reads from Sonic are really good.
No!
Okay. So you're not in a talking mood. I'll leave you be.
Yeah, very hostile at this point in time. She hasn't really come into her humanity yet, so to speak.
It's only recently been freed from the Sage Aquarium.
I'm good. I'm great.
I think if it's below, like the ring's below the ball, then you just got to jump at it. If it's above it, you got to kick it.
Okay, that one we've been to.
So it's little things like that that are why I feel like mapping it out as you run would help a lot, because that really didn't tell us anything.
Not really.
We haven't said it yet, but you can fight these guys with other techniques, but the Sonic Boom technique is just way, way better to deal with them than anything else. So once you get that, you just always gotta do that.
Yeah.
You get into habits over time of which enemies there is with which ability, and that's another thing that I feel like the progression system does work well with. Oh, here we go!
Somebody watched the first movie.
And then you run right into a fucking rock.
What I do, baby. Oh.
Was that the one that dropped earlier from the fucking squid?
I think it was, yeah.
Oh, here's a good one to use that with.
Nailed it.
Also, Tom, I want you to, on the ground there, do a psi loop in the shape of an infinity symbol.
You got it, mate. Alright, get out the bloody hamster wheel here. Yeah, there you go.
And that gives you unlimited boost for a while.
Yeah, baby.
Real useful when you got this speed, because then you can just blaze through the world.
I want Blaze in a 3D game again.
Yeah.
Hey, Amy. How many hearts will it take to get you back into the mortal realm? Apparently a lot.
Just shoving them in there like star bits. You know, the animators are just like, oh, thank God we can just have her clip into them for this cutscene and have no one complain.
Oh, shush.
Yeah, and more. I'm not sure what happened, but I know what I saw. A love that transcended time. I believe in that power. When this is over, I want to share that love with the world.
Whether they want it or not.
It may take us far.
Just kidding, JK.
I know you'll do great. I want to hear all about it when you come back.
Well, they are kind of separated by different realms here, but there's also a sense of, like, moving on, growing up, and separating throughout the story as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's quite a consistent thing, and I feel like there's a lot of this game's writing trying to tie up some loose ends as well, which I really like.
You can interact with it now. I think you can rotate some of them.
Oh boy, time for the hardest puzzle in the game.
Maybe they'll act like the other puzzle locks and show me the way to that Titan.
Did not like this one.
You have a weak flame.
What's the right way to do this?
I know I'm weak, I'm also dumb, which is why I struggle with puzzles.
Ah, bless. Bless, bless, bless. A grave mystery. Among the many tombstones, there's black ones that can be turned. Alrighty. The pattern on the ground may give a hint. Can I afford the quick psi loop? No. Fuck me, I guess. Alright. Let's get to getting. Okay, hold it down.
So the thing here is that each one you pick to rotate also rotates one or two of the other ones as well. So it's not just a case of lining up with the dirt. You also have to consider what the others are doing. And that's what fucked me over, because I can barely keep track of one.
My basic strategy was I just pretty much kept rotating them to go the right way on the pattern of on the ground, and then when one of them moved to the wrong one, I would just then go to that one and move it to the next one, and it eventually worked. There is apparently a way you can glitch this horribly, though. If you tap the stick, don't do it, Tom. If you tap it instead of holding it, you can make some rotate and others not. Like, you'll go like a notch over with one, but not the others. And in doing so, you can soft lock yourself. So don't try and cheat it. It gets worse.
So could you put it so the one at the top is lined up, then use one of the others?
Oh,
There you go.
There is literally no point showing you the step-by-step thought process that went into that, because I could not replicate it for the life of me.
I know when this video goes up, we're going to be able to scroll down and see the first comment saying, "Oh, I got this right away."
And that's fine.
of course.
Like, there's method to the madness. Like, you can get offset with the lasers and kind of back yourself into a corner, but there is an easy way to do it. I just couldn't tell you how to do it.
It's also like 6 a.m. gaming for you, so that's fair.
Excuse me.
This is it.
7 a.m.
Big
gaming.
showdown.
Sorry, yes, it's time has advanced.
Though.
I searched everywhere I could. I'm out of ideas.
So where is it? Maybe I'll find it along the way.
Maybe Squid has it. Maybe it didn't drop a cog after all. It was actually the last Chaos Emerald.
Because that means we got to go fight Squid again.
What a view! Makes me think of the falls and Mystic Ruins.
I clapped when I heard the reference to a thing that I like.
Oh yeah, and there's a lot of them. How do you trigger them? I don't know, this is the only one I got.
Really?
I've got a few. I couldn't tell you how I got them. It might be just at very specific points in the island. I do like the fact that they're mostly tasteful references. Like, it doesn't hang on, look, here's the thing you recognise. It just name drops it and moves on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sounds bossy.
That looks like a squashed aspect ratio.
Ah, it does. That was the air dash, by the way. He didn't just suddenly become Jesus.
See, I was thinking more he was a new character for Dissidia Final Fantasy, where they all can just do that for some reason.
Oh yeah, good point. Hello, it's me again. Giganto, the next Disney Pixar flick of the year. Sonic cannot match Giganto's power, yet. He must reach Giganto's head to transform into Super Sonic. Look at the Shadow of the Colossus arena.
Like, so much.
Whoa. It's okay, I'm good at this.
I think you've got to be holding the trigger to connect.
Ah, okay. That's fine, there are plenty of options. I can literally just run up the side of him here. Whoa, 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 whoa! Sonic?
Okay, it was cool to start with, but now I kind of want to see where I'm landing.
So yeah, you got options, and it's not as fiddly as I made it look.
No, it does sort of lead you towards the next part if you do the thing you were trying to do to start with, so it's fine. You just kind of got to remember to connect. Oh yeah!
Time for Kino!
Dear sweet baby fucking Jesus. Otani was like, we got big bosses, let's go hard. Alright, let's fucking do this. I'm gonna punch you in your fucking head!
By the way, for players who are coming here, come with rings. If you come with 60 rings, you have 60 seconds to beat him, essentially. Come in with rings.
Ah!
Yeah, Kamen Rider 01, let's go!
See if I can get the thing off, or is it too much? Is it too much? I think it might be too much. Oh no, I did it.
I didn't even know that you could silence. Oh, yo! I didn't even know about this. That's super cool.
Anything you do to him is gonna look fucking incredible in this boss, so just go for it.
It's so cool that in one boss fight, Supersonic is the coolest he's ever been.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh hey, Shin Godzilla?
A little bit, Tanner, a little bit.
I love that all of Japan has seen Shin Godzilla and said, Kate, we're doing it, always.
Little bit of that, little bit Solaris Phase 2, it's just fucking sick to look at.
Music is just so good.
It speaks for itself, yeah.
It's all of the tracks.
Now, come on, keep his dentisting work.
It's also the fact that every move that you get as regular Sonic has a supersonic counterpart, meaning that every cool upgrade you get will also have a sick super version.
Yeah, it's like there's stages. There's the standard way the attack works when you just encounter a guy and start using it. There's the Phantom Rush form of that same move as regular Sonic. And then this is like the next step beyond that. So it is, like, even though this is very much a spectacle moment in the game, more so than strictly a gameplay one, it is still rewarding you for doing shit during the main game.
By the by, there is always a little squiggle when an enemy is about to attack, so even if they're off screen, you can still get a parry in.
That's gonna be your biggest shot to get attacks in, because like you can get plenty of punches and kicks and shit in, but when you do that QTE move after a parry, that's where your big chunks of damage are gonna be.
You could probably beat this boss without doing the parry, but as we go on to the second and the third, and especially as you go on more, you need to have the parry down for sure.
You'll notice that the camera likes to go a little bit higgledy-piggledy every so often. That is a quirk of the game, and also a feature. No.
Like, the camera has to be a little bit jank just to remind you that it's Sonic still, let's be fair.
Oh, of course, I had to throw in a few stabbers on the W just so they know it was me. Here we go. Ah, Dragon first!
Oh, yeah.
That was the first boss.
The first boss is a better boss than almost everything from the meta era. Like, immediately.
It's not the colours boss again. At your base level.
That was Squid. We already got that quota met.
Yeah, it's true, you're not wrong!
You said tight tens earlier, plural.
Yeah, I'll go to the thing, Dormin, don't you worry. Girlrun.wav. Should be .mp4, whatever.
Darn it.
I guess this isn't over until I pop all the big bots. Sorry, Amy.
Smash him in the face for me, Sonic. I believe in you.
Oh, you don't
Give him the
say.
BBBE.
Back before you can do a fortune card reading. See ya!
Some of these are less ham-fisted than others, but, you know, she's fortune card read since CD, so...
It's like the one distinct trait about her that you can easily throw back to.
Really? Either that or girl. That's it, really. Girl Sonic.
I mean, that was what I was avoiding saying.
I could say that Amy's tarot cards are, you know, to what grapes are for Knuckles, but apparently people didn't know about that till the Idris Elba interview thing.
Well, someone didn't grow up reading Sonic the Comic. UK Fleetway Sonic the Comic.
I didn't. Because I'm not British.
Nah, that's cool. I didn't want this to be easy anyway.
Oh, bless you, Sonic. Well, hey. Second island. First island done. Oh boy, it is 7 in the goddamn AM, so I think we're gonna call it here. That should make for a nice first week of Sonic Frontiers. I'm having a blast replaying this so far. What are your guys' thoughts on the first island of the game? Let us know in the comments, and if you say one thing about getting that puzzle done in less time than we did, then congratulations. You're a better gamer than all of HFC. See you next time for more of Sonic Frontiers.